If you're anything like me, you want something more out of life. We are not content being normal. We are not content going with the masses. We are not content being just like everybody else. We want to be something more. We want to be better than everybody else. We don't care how selfish it sounds. But the path to get there, what most people are afraid to tell you, is it takes a whole lot of suffering. It takes a whole lot of just brutal, hard work to get there. And if we want to get there, we have to be willing to put that in. We have to be willing to suffer. And it's not suffering like, oh, I took a cold shower this morning. It's suffering like sacrificing your loved ones, sacrificing like building relationship and having time with your loved ones so you could work. So, as boring as it sounds, as brutal as it sounds, we need to sacrifice the things we love in order to get where we want to be. So I know where I want to be. I know that I want to reach the top. I want to have this like amazing life, and I'm willing to go through those sacrifices to build them up. But what you have to make the decision of is, where do you want to be? Do you want to be normal? If you do, this channel probably isn't for you. So if you want to be normal, if you don't want to be ambitious and you don't want to suffer, you could probably click off right now. But for all the people still watching, you have to make the conscious decision. Where do you want to be? How long do you want it to take you? And how much work are you willing to put in? Because if you don't put in work, if you're not willing to put in the work, but you want to be a top 1% earner in the world in a year, but you're not willing to put in any work, you're just kidding yourself. You're just being stupid. You're just wasting your time. You have to have a reasonable level that you want to get to, and you have to be willing to suffer in order to get there. Like right now, it's like 40 degrees out here. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I got my beanie on. It's raining on me and I got a smile on my face. I'm recording this video still. I'm willing to go through this bodily displeasure. I'm willing to go through this temporary pain in order to make this video for you right now, because I know that this pain is temporary, but the stuff that I am working towards, the channel, the community, the life that I am working towards, is worth more than this pain that I'm feeling right now. And so I'm willing to go through this experience in order to put work in for my future. This is just a brief level of suffering that I'm willing to do in order to get where I want to be. So where do you want to be? If you're anything like me, you want to be at the top. So you have to be willing to suffer more than everybody else who also wants to be at the top. You have to be willing to put in more work. You have to be willing to sacrifice more. You have to be willing to get more uncomfortable. You have to be willing to wake up earlier. Not necessarily, but you have to be willing to put more of yourself into your life, into your craft, into your goals, into your dreams than everybody else you want to be. Because if you want to be like everybody else, sure, wake up at 10 a.m. every single day. Go to your 9 to 5 for 8 hours a day. Come home, smoke weed, drink your alcohol, and be content with your life. Have a little fun with your... never mind. Ignore that thought. If you're sorry, I cannot speak right now. If you want to be normal, you can go live your normal life away from me, away from us, because we have no time for you. We value our time. We value our mission. We want to put in work towards where we want to be. If you're anything like me, you resonate with this. You agree with this. We are willing to suffer in order to achieve our goals, in order to get where we want to be. So it's as simple as that. We need to suffer. We need to be content in suffering. We need to find comfort. We need to find pleasure almost in suffering, in being pained, in sacrificing the things we love, because we realize the path right now is treacherous. It's hard. It's like back-breaking almost, the work that we have to put in. But we still do it anyways, because we realize the end goal is worth more than anything we've ever had. It's worth more than any pain that has been inflicted on us. So we realize that we have to suffer, And now the only thing we have to do is actually go and suffer. And that is what many people fail to do. They'll think, okay, yeah, I'm willing to work 8 hours a day for 2 years, but by the 3rd week, they've already quit. They're not willing to do that work. They're not willing to suffer. They're not willing to go to the extent that we are willing to go to. And so the result is they never make it. The result is they don't get the success that we will get if we continue pursuing our goals and if we continue doing what we know is valuable, but hurts us in the short term, but greatly benefits us in the long term. So essentially, we have to suffer. We have to do the work. We have to go out in the cold rain and record videos on our phone in order to get the success that we want in the long term. So if you like this video or other videos like this from me, scroll down, click the subscribe button, and click the first link in the description, the link to join our Discord. See you in there, bro.